Hey guys, so welcome back to another live. I'm Mel and I will be your coach for today. And I hope that you guys are here for the same reason that I am, and it's for the 5 truths to loving yourself. I have 10 here, but I'm only going to give you 5 today, okay? So this is a topic that came up quite a lot, and it was voted on a lot this week as well. And I completely understand how hard this topic is because it's something that I also experienced a lot in my life. And I know that it's something that's very difficult to overcome, and it takes a while to overcome it. And I can talk to you about this topic on and on and on. Okay, so it looks like the other camera didn't work very well. It decided to cut off on me. Let's move this one just a little bit. Okay. So the other camera decided to stop working on me, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to switch to the less good camera. So as I was saying, I can talk on and on and on about this topic. I can go on for a while, but I don't want to overwhelm you guys with too much information. So I'm just going to give you 5 things that you can do today to start changing the way you feel about yourself and actually start feeling like you love yourself. So I'm just going to get rid of this banner here. Okay, so first disclaimer, none of these tips are going to help you. None of these are going to work if you don't want them to, okay? You need to want to work. You need to want to help yourself. You need to want to make things better. So it's really difficult to get any of these to have any kind of success unless you yourself are ready to make the change in your life. So with that being said, let's go into the tips so I don't have to make this too long for you guys. First is self-talk. The way you talk to yourself is very, very important. If you find that you are having a lot of negative thoughts about yourself and you're the one constantly criticizing and bringing yourself down, then it's really important for you to just sit down with yourself and talk to yourself. I know it sounds a little bit crazy, but honestly, sit down and talk to yourself about it. Because you need to find out where this is coming from. You need to come home to yourself and find out what is the root cause of all these emotions and feelings and worries. It's really important for you guys to know where it's coming from. I'm just going to change this. Okay. So whether it's you sitting down with yourself and wondering where it's coming from. Maybe you heard that's not good enough a lot from your parents. Maybe even your parents chose other things over you, for example, their work or other relationships or something else, and you just internalized, I'm not loved, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy. You need to sit down and try to work out what exactly is the root cause, because those are the things that are being triggered. Those are the things that are hurting you. So you might not hear those exact words right now, but something being said from the outside world is triggering that, and you keep repeating that and saying that to yourself in one way or another. And whether you sit down with a coach, with yourself, with a therapist, doesn't matter. But the most important thing is that you go and sort it out, because it's an important thing to overcome. Okay. The next thing that is very important is what I like to call mirror talk. So you can use a mirror for this. You don't have to use a mirror for this. But normally I would suggest somebody to go to a mirror and find something, anything that you like about yourself. It doesn't have to be love. It doesn't have to be even a strong like, but something that you like about yourself, that you think is nice, that you can appreciate about yourself. Maybe it's your hair. Maybe it's your eyes. Maybe you have very beautiful eyes. Maybe it's the way you dress, or your kind nature, or your nice personality, or your sweet, I don't know, sweet smile. It could be anything, okay? Find something that you like about yourself and let it grow. Anything you give attention to and you give affection to and you give gratitude to will grow and improve. And you'll find that when you start to give a little bit of love, just like when you have a little plant and you keep nurturing it and nurturing and nurturing, it's going to grow bigger. It's going to get bigger. It's going to be beautiful. And that's what you need. You need a little bit of good to just keep sprouting and keep growing, and eventually it'll start to overcome other things. But you need to start somewhere, okay? Next is affirmations. I've talked about this before, but again, I'm going to go over it one more time for you guys. Affirmations are so, so important because they are the start to overcoming the thoughts that you have in your head. And I know a lot of people struggle with affirmations. I understand that. It's very difficult for you to go from something very negative to something very positive. You just can't do that. You just won't believe it. You'll struggle, and then you might not succeed, and then you'll end up in a cycle of saying it doesn't work, or it's not for me, or I'm not good enough to do this. And that's not what you want. So what you need to do if you're struggling with affirmations, you go from something negative to something neutral. Not negative to positive, okay? Go in the middle zone. If you're being very, very, very negative to yourself, maybe you won't even go as far as the neutral zone. Maybe you'll go to something just slightly less negative. For example, if you keep telling yourself, I suck at this, I suck at this, I suck at this, you don't need to go to, I'm amazing at this, I'm amazing at this. You just need to take one step forward and say, I'm okay at this. I'm okay at this. I'm struggling now, but I'm okay with this. You just need to move yourself forward a little bit. And slowly, over time, you need to change those and make them more positive and better and kinder and gentler and more loving to yourself. Okay? It's very important that you give yourself what you need. And those are the words that you might have missed out on or changed the way that you believe yourself to be from childhood. And the only way to do that is by talking to yourself. Self-talk is so important. It will really help you. Okay, number 4 is, I think a lot of people struggle with this as well. It's all good and well to do your affirmations and be nice and talk to yourself and find out what's going on. But you'll still find yourself struggling if you don't take action. If you find that some of your negative thinking or beliefs are because you're not taking the action, and then it's making you feel worse, and then you are criticizing yourself worse, and then you're thinking, oh, it's just such a small thing, why am I not doing it? Then you need to go and take action. You need to do something. And I know it's really difficult sometimes. And I'm going to make another video about this later because motivation is its whole other category. But if you are struggling to take action and you need to do something very big, then just take the first step, okay? Take the first step to getting there. Maybe you need to write, for example, a massive article or a report, and you just don't want to do it. And the more you put off, the more you make yourself feel worse. And then it's just at the back of your mind, and it's a cycle. Go and do one sentence. Do a tiny little thing. Write the first title even. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just put something down. Something small that will take you a few seconds. And it's those little steps that will help you get better and better. Because you not taking the first step is making you criticize yourself. Even if it's tiny, you still did something. It's still something, and you will work yourself up. But it's a starting step. And number 5, if something is constantly playing on your mind and you have the same conversation going on and on and on, then write it down. I mentioned this before, and I'll mention this a million more times because it's very therapeutic to write something down. Let your emotions do the writing for you. Just feel what you feel, go inside, and let your hand just express everything that you're feeling. Once you have everything written down, you can go and look at the language that you're using. How are you talking to yourself? How can you make it better? What can you change about what you've said? If you find yourself that being very mean to yourself, for example, using hurtful language like, I'm not good enough, then change that language. Maybe write it out again, but using the new language. If you're saying, I'm not good enough, change it to, I'm doing my best. Okay? So the next time those thoughts come up in your mind, you already remember writing down a contradiction, a positive way to flip them. So how can you change them? If they come up again saying, oh, I'm not good enough to do this, think, no, I'm doing my best. But the only way you can get to that is by knowing how to react to that. And the only way to know how to react to that is by sitting down with yourself, writing down what you feel, actually seeing the words you're saying to yourself on paper, and then changing it. It's very important for you to show up and talk to yourself. It's not crazy to talk to yourself. It's really not. And again, please remember that I can only give you guys general advice because I don't know you individually and everybody is so different, right? And if you really want to make a big difference in your life and you feel like you've tried tip after tip and nothing's really working, send me a message. Because if I can know more about your personal situation and I can find out more about what's happening and what is causing you so much struggle, then maybe I can find a way to help you guys. I can find and craft an effective step-by-step plan to show you exactly how to overcome it, okay? Because otherwise you just have to struggle yourself and just try this, try that, try this, try that. If you're done of struggling, if you're tired of trying a million things and nothing's really working, or you don't really know how to get things done, then just send me a message. Let's talk. Maybe I can help you guys out. And I'm going to end this here today. I really hope this has helped you guys. I hope that these tips do provide you some assistance in the future. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please leave me a message. Leave me a comment, send me a message. I'm always happy to answer. I'm always happy to talk to you guys. I really want to help you, and I want you guys to want to help yourself. That's the thing. So please make sure that you vote in the next week's voting poll to see what the next topic is going to be. And hopefully my video next week is going to be a lot better and it's not going to crash on me like today. Sorry about that, guys. The quality is not great, but I hope this has been helpful to you guys nonetheless. So I hope you guys have a great day today, and I hope to catch you guys on next week's live. Bye, guys.